Okay, everyone, it is time for Tuesday's 15-minute mission. Remember, you can use this to do the mission, to declutter, or to work 15 minutes on something else. The mission today should not take you 15 minutes, just so you know. All right, timer starts now. Today, what we are working on is sofa and chair diving. What do we mean by that? Well, it's quite simple. We mean that you're going to grab that trusty vacuum cleaner you have. You are going to take all the cushions off the sofa. You are going to vacuum each cushion, vacuum the back of the sofa, vacuum the very back of the sofa if you can see it. I know a lot of people have it pushed up against the wall. And then you are going to also vacuum the little fabric thing that holds the cushions up. Yeah, sorry. Lost word today. It'll come to me later. So, why are we doing this? Well, number one, it's fun to see what falls between our cushions and what goes down there. We have found marbles and money and remotes and pens and pencils and Nerf bullets and Legos, tons of Legos, Daddy's wallet, socks, hair pieces, all, like barrettes, not like toupees. All those wonderful things we have found underneath the sofa, in between the cushions. Now, you're also going to do the same thing with the chair, with the love seat if you have one. If you can get both of those done in these 15 minutes, head into your family room and do the exact same thing. That one should be fun. I bet you'll find Barbie shoes and G.I. Joe and all that wonderful good stuff. Now, besides it being fun to go on a treasure hunt and see how much money you can make and what toys you can find and go shopping in your cushions, the main reason to do this is because things last longer when you take care of them. Dust degrades, okay, especially when it comes to fabric. Dust will degrade things, which is also why I tell you, if you're not wearing it, get rid of it, because dust degrades. And if you're just going to be sitting there and letting your clothes get all dusty, then what's the point? Okay? So, go through, attach your little head, if you've got a fabric head or a dusting brush or whatever. And especially if you have animals, this is a good time to get all that stuff out. If it's hot enough and you then want to take the carpet cleaner to it to give them a good shampoo, by all means, go ahead and do that. If not, and just vacuuming and cleaning them out is all you can do, okay. Now, for those of you who have leather furniture, right? Because some of us have leather furniture. Well, let's just wipe it down with a little bit of that leather cleaner, oil and vinegar and water. Makes a very, very, very good leather cleaner. So you can do that. If you have an actual leather cleaner, you can do that. So that obviously you're not going to have to vacuum as much because you can just wipe them down. But still, if you can, remove those cushions and see what's underneath them. So, okay. Now, as we're going through and as we're doing this, I want to talk to you about honesty. Okay? And I'm also going to allude to this in a podcast, I believe, 2 weeks from now. Honesty in all situations. And, I'm not debating the fact that you're honest people. Not at all. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that when it comes to situations, sometimes we're not totally honest with ourselves, okay? And how things make us feel and how we react to them and how things are going on and why we got where we are. Sometimes we like that old good cop-out answer, the I don't know. It just was one thing right after another, and I don't know. Well, while that may be honest, it's not true honesty with yourself. You know, seeing why you got so far down the rabbit hole, really taking a look at it and really taking responsibility for it yourself. Because while everybody's situation is unique, there are plenty of situations where people have gone through similar situations and they're not surrounded by things. So we need to really take a look at why you responded this way. Why? Why? You know that question that we absolutely hate it when kids keep going at us with it? Why? Why? Yeah, that's the same question you need to keep asking yourself to get to the truth of the problem. Because when we have truth and honesty in our situation, then we can honestly fix it. When we finally look at the truth, which we may be ashamed of, or we may be scared to, or we just may not have thought that there was more to it, then we can start solving problems as opposed to temporarily boxing them up. Okay? Honesty in all situations is huge. It is absolutely huge. And no matter what happens to you, how you handle it is your own control. Because we can't always control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. And that speaks volumes. That means a lot because you don't want to give a negative situation more power by reacting negatively to it. So that is just a little tidbit there regarding the honesty. How is that couch coming? Is it looking pretty already? Is it looking almost brand new? You can also then, if you have throw pillows or even after you vacuum your couch cushions, if it's hot, if it's not humid, throw them outside for 10 minutes aside and you will get all the bacteria and all that other wonderful good stuff gone. Not bacteria. But so throw them outside, take your throw pillows, throw them outside, or you can throw them in the dryer under low heat or no heat for like 10 minutes and you will fluff them back up. Same thing with your bed pillows. If you notice that, like a pillow is like wonderful for you for a little while and then all of a sudden it stinks. Well, that's because it needs to go in the dryer or it needs to go outside for a little while because it is getting matted down with all those gross things that we don't want to talk about, that we don't want to think about that happen, the dead skin cells and all that wonderful stuff. Yeah, that's all in there. So that's why it needs to be taken care of. Another reason why we also need to clean our couches and clean our chairs and love seats is because all those wonderful things can be there too. So we want to take the effort to keep our stuff nice. All right. If you've gotten all your couches, love seats, chairs done, you are more than welcome to stop. You do not have to keep going. You are welcome to go start putting your feet up for your 15 minutes of relaxation, because that is one thing that we need to remember, that with this exercise in taking care of ourselves and relaxing and all that stuff, We also are, and cleaning, we also need to then take care of ourselves by relaxing for at least the 15 minutes that we have cleaned. And no, that doesn't mean if you only clean for 7 that you only get to rest for 7. You can still rest for the 15. So use that to your advantage. Like I've said numerous times, when I started with the FlyLady system, I would clean and clean and clean and clean and never set my timer. But you best believe when her mission said put your feet up for 15 minutes, that timer was on, because I was not going to sit there and relax longer than 15 minutes. Because I felt guilty before if I wasn't cleaning. I don't feel guilty anymore if I'm not cleaning. And I don't need to clean all day. I have a child, yes, and I have a naked child. And things get put everywhere. But that's part of the home being lived in. And we can get it picked up each night in usually about 5 minutes. So some nights obviously are worse than others, and we have to focus on what we're doing. But that is part of it now. I've understood that there is more to life than cleaning. And and I do admit, if I am angry or upset about something that I cannot control, oh, you best believe I go on the cleaning spree. But I also sit there and try to then rest or relax or do whatever during it. Yes, sweetheart. What do you need, honey? Third batch of what? Okay. Okay. You also just went and ate at McDonald's today, and that has a way of doing that. Okay. And you had a lot of peaches yesterday. So that can do that, okay? All right. Do you need any help? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So, we've got our cushions done. We've got our couch done. Hey, let's throw a little Febreze on there and finish the job, right? We've got a little over 2 minutes. So grab your Febreze. If you don't have Febreze, a little bit of cornstarch and vinegar and water and some essential oils makes a wonderful Febreze. So you can use that and just spray it to make it smell good, or put plain old vinegar on it in a spray bottle. You can dilute it with water, and it will just zap out the odors that are in there. If you can't do the smells and stuff like that, I know a lot of people that can't. We also can't in this home because of Gisek. So go ahead and do that. In this final minute 30 here, what I want you to do is I want you to get everything put back where it was. So start putting the cushions on. If you just ran them in the dryer, if they're done, put them back on. Put the throw pillows back on. Maybe fluff things up a little bit. Get your vacuum cleaner emptied out, cleaned out, wiped down, cored up, and put that away. All right, because we're not going to apologize any longer for the house not being to the standard that we think that other people expect our home to be. Okay, there's no more apologizing for it. We're all human, and so we need to stop apologizing for doing our best. So get the vacuum put away, because we're no longer using the excuse, oh yeah, sorry about the mess, I was just cleaning, even though you haven't touched the vacuum cleaner in 3 weeks. we're not using that excuse anymore. It is what it is. By doing the routines, by doing the 5 minutes and 2 minutes and 15 minutes.
And there's also a bonus.
What?
If you have a vacuum that has a dusting brush, use it to clean your ceiling fan.
Yeah. By doing the routines, you can then keep your home a self-cleaning home. All right, you heard that timer. That means I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's mission is only 5 minutes. I'll talk to you then. Bye.